Most people don't need more information before buying a luxury watch. They need clarity, because buying the wrong watch can cost you thousands of dollars. Do you know the best way to avoid a several $1,000 mistake when buying a luxury watch? It's simple. Don't buy the wrong watch in the first place. In this video, I'm going to show you a system that solves this problem. This is the smartest way I've found to make sure the watch you eventually buy is the right watch. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you the coolest watch you can buy. And I think you'll agree with me, so stick around to the end. Buying the wrong luxury watch can cost thousands of dollars. Many people buy their Grail watch only later to sell it at a loss. This happens all the time in the luxury watch world. I'm not talking about flippers. I'm talking about normal people trying to buy a luxury watch that they will actually wear. These watches are expensive, and the gray market resale hit, if they buy the wrong luxury watch, can be 20 to 30%. Many enthusiasts sell their watches because they need to free up money that is tied up in a watch that is just not getting the wrist time. And that's the real problem, because it's almost impossible to know if you really like a watch before you buy it. But now you no longer have to buy watches before you understand your taste, your style, and your preferences. Because buying a watch before you know what you actually like usually leads to one of two things. It either sits in a box, or you wear it only because you've got so much money tied up into it. And both of those decisions are bad. So, what if there was a way to be 100% that you will actually wear the luxury watch that you buy? Well, there is one metric that cracks the code on luxury watch buying, and that metric is wrist time. The only metric that really matters is how often the watch ends up on your wrist. Wrist time determines what you should buy because the best watch is the one you wear. So the goal is simple. Before you spend money on the icon, you need to figure out if you will actually wear it. And there has always been a way to do that if you don't let your icon stand in the way. Oscar Wilde popularized an old saying. He said that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery that something can pay to greatness. The way to know for sure that your iconic luxury watch will get wrist time is to get a prototype first. Think of it like a stunt double in a movie. The double does all the dangerous work before the star shows up. Your prototype does all the testing before the icon shows up. This eliminates getting the wrong size, thickness, bracelet, color, and it eliminates the need for a beater watch after your testing phase is over. No one is going to rent you a $10,000 watch, but you can buy the stunt double. And no, you're not settling for something else. You're not marrying a different person. You're seeing if you and the icon are compatible. And if you are, you buy the icon with confidence. You see, you're simply trying to find the closest thing to your iconic watch, period. These are watches that share the same architecture, but have different branding. You're not looking for original designs in this phase. You're conducting a personal experiment to find out what you like, what your preferences are, and what makes you tick. Now, some of you are probably thinking, if the goal is to test the icon before buying it, then wouldn't the best prototype be a replica? And you'd be right. A high-end replica will look almost identical to the icon, but there are some serious problems with replicas. Compared to a prototype, they're expensive. A good replica often costs 3 times as much as a prototype. Second, replica's quality is not any better than the prototype. You're still getting a lower quality watch than the real thing, but paying a lot more money. Then there's the ethical and legal issues, intellectual property issues, and counterfeiting issues. And you never really know where or how your watch was made. You can't resell them on the gray market, and you probably don't want to pass them down to your kids someday. And maybe the biggest issue of all is this: it doesn't feel genuine. It's pretending to be something it's not. Now, a prototype, that's different. It's honest about what it is. It's a test watch. It's part of an experiment. And you can make it part of your story. How do you find your prototypes? It's actually pretty simple. As you're doing your thing, watching videos or browsing manufacturers' websites, and you see a watch that you like, take a screenshot. Then go to the retailers that you like and patronize the most and do a visual search with your screenshot. Compare the weight, the size, the thickness, and if it's precious metal, the weight's going to be off because precious metal weighs a lot more, but you should match your plan to use the watch, and that goes for water resistance too. Compare the movements. Is it quartz, mechanical, automatic? Compare the crystals, sapphire, acrylic, mineral. Then pick the closest match and the best movement. Remember, the goal here is not to get the cheapest watch. The goal is to get the closest watch to your icon. Now, as promised at the beginning of this video, I'm going to show you the coolest watch you can buy. The coolest watch is the watch that means something to you. Maybe it represents a promotion, a trip, a business you started, a place you grew up, a moment in your life. You get the prototype first, then later, when you buy the icon becomes the continuation of the story. But before you think that's all there is, this is where it gets really interesting. If you are going to buy the prototype anyway, why not get it customized? So instead of some company logo that you've never heard of before or means nothing to you, like maybe a sterile dial with no logo, you can create a watch that actually means something to you. And here's the trick. The best looking prototypes are the ones that keep the same design language as the icon. So if you like a Rolex or an Omega or a Patek, try and make your custom design kind of follow that same design language. You're not copying the logo. That's illegal copyright infringement. You're following the same design language. You change the name and the symbol, but you keep the layout, the proportions, and the overall style. That way the watch still looks right. It still feels right, but now it tells your story instead of theirs. So, in review, here's the system. If you want to avoid an expensive watch mistake, don't buy your Grail watch first. Buy prototypes, wear them, track your wrist time, see which ones win, with the average cost of a prototype being a couple $100 for less than the cost of an iconic mistake. You can test all of your favorite watches and then buy your iconic watch. When you buy it, you'll be buying it with confidence. You'll keep it, you'll wear it, and someday pass it down so it can tell your story. Because in the end, a watch shouldn't just tell time. It should tell your story. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how I track wrist time and run watch experiments in just a few seconds each day. Until next time, thanks for watching.
Watch Collection Lab. Watch Collection Lab. Watch Collection Lab. Watch Collection Lab. Watch Collection Lab.